Jonathan Roxmouth, welcome to Showbiz in Full HD. Absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And you are a bit of a crazy guy, a bit busy at the moment.
A bit mad.
Your face is on posters all over Johannesburg for various reasons.
Yes.
One of which is your very own baby from the Footlights. Tell us a little bit about what that show is about.
Well, about 2013 when I was doing Sunset Boulevard, I decided to do a small album called Stage by Stage.
I remember that,
of musicals. And just to have after a show and all that sort of thing. And it really went well. And I thought, well, wow, maybe there's a market for this sort of thing. And I decided to do a second one, but now the real deal.
Yes.
And I was doing a corporate with Brian Schimmel. And I said to him, look, I really think you should do the arrangements for this one. Because I wanted old musical stuff with new arrangements for a brand new audience.
Yeah.
Because that's important. So I thought, okay, bring him on board. We started recording. And during one of the sessions, Brian Hill, who's the CEO, he's the boss.
He's the man. He's the main man.
He's the guy behind the theatre.
Yes.
And he said, you know, the stuff is so good, it really would be a waste for you to just do it on a CD and not do it live. And I thought, well, he said, why didn't you do it at the theatre? And I thought, yeah, right. Sure thing, Brian. Because, you know, those conversations happen and nothing really comes of it.
And also, I'm sure the theatre is a busy place. Like,
Well,
they're sort of back-to-back bookings.
Biggest theatre in Joburg, hello.
Yeah.
But I went along, had a meeting with him, and 2 weeks later we were signed to do 3 concerts at the theatre.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And the two kind of go hand in hand. I'm glad that the live element is happening because it's almost like you could sell them out of the boot of your car.
Pretty
like
much.
good musicians do.
Pretty much, yeah, which I think is what we all do in some way. But it became apparent to me that this could be something really special. And the theatre have been looking to do a Broadway concert of sorts for some time.
Yeah.
And considering, I mean, I've had every one of my big musicals has been at the theatre.
True.
Five shows over 5 years. So I've got a relationship with the venue as well.
Yeah.
So I suppose it kind of does make sense.
It makes perfect sense for you to be here.
So I thought, well, I'll do the Footlights album stuff, the new stuff, but I'm also going to do the obvious culprits. So I will do Phantom, I will do Les Mis, I will do Miss Saigon.
Well, I also wanted to ask you that Sweeney Todd is in there as well as one of your choices.
Yes.
When you did that, did you know that you were going to be doing Sweeney Todd, or was that prior? He's going to kill me now. He's going to have to kill me. Oh my gosh!
No, but I decided to do it, and then Brian and I were discussing what songs we wanted to do. And I thought, you know, there's some songs that I would never want to sing because people have sung them better than I have.
Yeah, or maybe they've been done too much. Is there an element of that as well, or not so much?
Not all the time, because when the right person does it, you can hear it over and over again.
Okay, yeah.
And then I thought, well, why don't I, if I can't do it better, why don't I just bring them on? They could do it. So I thought, well, I want to bring people on stage whose work I admire, and maybe if I've worked with them and adore working with them.
Yes.
So those are my 2 criteria. So that meant I could bring on 4 guest stars in the guise of colleagues that I think are just extraordinary. So we're bringing on Nadine, who I did JC Superstar
A Voice.
with. The Voice.
The Voice.
I'll tell you what, and she's going to sing that song.
Yes.
She doesn't know how to love him, me. And then,
you mean she still doesn't know how to love you? I mean, after all this time.
So she's coming.
Yeah.
And then Lindiwe Bongani, who I saw in Dreamgirls, haven't worked with, but saw her and was an instant fan.
Magical, yeah.
So she's coming to do, and I'm telling you, the song.
Yeah.
And then Tracy Lee Oliver, who I've done many gigs with, we're going to be doing Last Night of the World together.
Amazing.
From Saigon.
Yeah.
And then my good friend, Harry Sideropoulos, who the last time I performed with him was 2007 as in the Buddy Holly story at the Barnyard, ages ago. We're finally back on stage for the first time in 8 years.
Amazing.
And we're going to be doing a surprise number, which is going to be fun.
So, and all under the musical direction of Brian Schimmel, who has already done the arrangements.
Oh yeah, no, that's all done.
Totally. So, I mean, the work is kind of done in a way?
Yes, I mean, to a large degree, the groundwork is done. I mean, sensational groundwork. I mean, Brian is also conducting, which I think, when the arranger is also the conductor,
there's a magic, there's something
so,
to
I mean,
it.
Brian and I have never worked together. Schimmel and I
Hang
have
on a
never worked
minute.
together.
Hang on, hold the phone. Are you serious?
I've worked for almost 10 years. Our paths have not crossed. So, you know, in many aspects, this concert has come about because I'm sick and tired of waiting for it to happen. I'm just going to do it now. I'm not
You're like, let me just commission him to do something for me instead.
So, Brian, it's our first time working together.
Incredible.
And it's the first time I'm working with AdLife Productions, who are co-producing with me. And from that point of view, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Because it's just one long list of firsts. I mean, you know me. I like to do things the first
And
time.
it almost seems like a bit of a whirlwind in a way from you going, oh, I think I'll do another album, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, let's do some shows at the Teatro and let's bring in these people, and then how about bringing in like an 18-piece orchestra?
A proper 18-piece. And
you don't mess around, hey?
No. And the thing is, this concert is, you know, I feel about Broadway the same way addicts do about their chosen drug of choice. I don't do half measures.
So has that always been your love? Has that always been in your veins?
Yes.
Where does it come from, Jonathan?
I have no idea, because my family, there was nobody who was entertainment orientated at all. You know, I'm the son of a car battery salesman and a secretary.
Yeah.
So something had to give, I suppose.
There's a whole musical in that, I feel.
That's a title. That's a title.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that is in your blood, that is in your veins, always has been, always will be.
Oh, yes.
And, I mean, from the sort of musical side of things, how much hand did you have in the arrangements and in the choices made with Brian Schimmel?
You know what was so wonderful about working with Brian on the album is we were constantly on the phone to each other. And I'd say to him, I want to do, you know, Unexpected Song by Andrew Lloyd Webber, but I don't want to do the old version. And he'd say, okay, what do you have in mind? And I'd say, let's try a Meatloaf version. Let's do the Meatloaf.
That's cool.
And he would come back 3 hours later, having sat at his computer composing a new style. And I go, that's it.
That's the one.
And we'd be able to talk to each other in musical references. So I said to him, this arrangement of All I Need Is the Girl, for instance, can I get more of the brass section from Gypsy or Hello Dolly or any of those vintage Broadway sounds? And he'd know exactly. And then he'd come back to me and say that. And by the end of it, we had collaborated. And that's the word you don't often hear, collaborated.
Yeah.
It wasn't me commissioning. We collaborated and it just happened. And nobody was right or wrong. We just found a way to do it. Because it also has to have the same sound.
Yes,
like
for sure.
It comes from one album.
Yeah.
It can't be a lucky packet. And he's done that.
And then the album, and from the album to what people are going to see on stage, are they going to see the whole thing?
There are a few songs that live better on the album.
Okay.
For instance, the song "Who I'd Be" from Shrek. It's also not well known at all. It's a lovely song, but you know, live, if I have an option to do that or Music of the Night.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's going to win hands down.
Yeah.
And your CD is actually available already, so people can get it for download?
Yes, a digital download is under process at the moment, but all the info is at jonathanroxmouth.com.
Fantastic. And then from the Footlights is going to be at the Teatro.
At the Teatro.
18th, 19th and 20th.
Yes.
Say it out loud, because it's happening. It's happening.
From the 18th to the 20th.
Jonathan Roxmouth with his own baby, your little baby.
Yes.
Bizarre.
Nerves are good. If there were no nerves, I'd be in trouble.
Do you believe that? When your nerves go, it's time to hang up?
Yeah, if the audience can feel that this is just another job for you. And, you know, the thrill that I get out of doing something like this is, you know, Stage by Stage I did a few months ago.
Yeah.
And that was also musicals, but it was a piano and me on stage. Now, I know the songs work, so I've done them unplugged.
Yeah.
My goodness, are we plugging in a big plug for this one?
Yes.
Because I think the audience can feel when somebody is truly excited by what they're doing, and they are as nervous as the audience are, as the audience is, to see what's going to happen next. And that's the thing. You never know. With a Broadway concert like this, anything could happen.
Exactly. Well, we're going to be here, coming to check it out and see you on stage, and get the CD as well from the Footlights.
Done.
And to see this baby, your latest baby, come to fruition, and perhaps maybe some international
wouldn't that be amazing?
stuff on your path
Wouldn't that
in
be
the
amazing?
future. Are you keen for that, actually?
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you.
To go overseas?
Yes.
I think any actor with an A flat and a brain wants to go to Broadway.
Yeah. It's calling you. Can you hear it?
Yes. Yes, I can. And in many aspects, you know, I think the timing has to be right. When I first started, I wanted to force it to happen.
Yeah.
And I've developed more faith in the timing of it.
And you seem to enjoy your roles. I think I get that sense from you, that you sink your teeth into them and that you totally enjoy them, and it's not just like a step towards something else. Which
it's not just a job.
That's so true about you, I think.
The thing about actors is we're constantly going from christenings to funerals. We open shows, we close shows. We open shows, we close shows. We don't get time to spend just enjoying our baby.
Yes.
The time I've enjoyed spending with this particular baby for Footlights, it's unlike anything I've ever done before. You know, people underestimate the pre-production that goes into something like this. I've been on email for about a year already.
Oh my gosh. I hope you're going to make some kind of EPK, or I feel like it should be on film too.
If I'm alive, yeah.
You'll be like, and not swearing at the cameras all the time. Get that thing out of my face. I think you should do that, actually. I think a little EPK, behind the scenes thing.
We'll do it.
Absolute pleasure chatting to you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the show, and everyone can get their hands on that CD. We'll put the information on the website where the digital download is available. But thank you so much.
See you there.